واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي اللهم لا علم لنا إلا ما علمتنا إنك عليم حكيم. Alhamdulillah, some of the best lessons that we learn are usually from our children. I don't know if some of you agree. Well, I've certainly learned quite a few. One recently, a conversation that I was having with my 7-year-old. So I was driving her somewhere, and she goes, "Mama, you know, sometimes I wish I could be the other person and I could experience what they're experiencing." So I said to her, "Zeni, what do you mean by that? Give me an example." And she said, "You know, when Api Fati got all those presents for her birthday, I just wish I was her and I was receiving all of them and I was getting excited. You know, it was me that was receiving them and I was experiencing that excitement and joy." So I said to her, "So were you feeling a little bit jealous in that moment?" And she goes, "Yeah, Mom, I was. I wasn't feeling a little bit jealous, I was feeling a lot jealous." Bless her. I mean, that's what children are. They're so honest, aren't they? They don't think they're going to get judged. Even though now she hears me saying this story so many times and she closes her ears because she's embarrassed by it. But they're so honest and they just tell you what's in their heart. So this is called emotional intelligence. I actually gave her the vocabulary in that moment. So when she was going through that experience or that feeling, I said to her, "Were you feeling jealous?" And she said, "Yeah, I was feeling jealous, but not a little bit. I was feeling a lot jealous." So I said to her, "You know, if you actually make dua for the other person and pray that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala blesses them with more of those kind of blessings and makes them even more happier, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will bless you with that." And she said, "Yeah, Mom, but I can't really wait that long." Bless her. So, like I said, that's emotional intelligence, and we all have emotions. And I was helping her to kind of process the emotion that she was having and the thinking that was behind it. Now, the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ has said that he who knows himself knows his Lord. And what does that actually mean? It actually means that there's something that we learn in part of psychology is that people have 3 faces. One is the public face, the one that we put on for everyone else. Then there's the face that we have in private with our family, so they see the other side of us. And there's an even more private face, which is the one that only we really know. We know and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows. So if you've got these 3 faces, which one really, really counts? The one that's only we know and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows about. So emotional intelligence is, for me, is what the Prophet ﷺ came to perfect. He came to perfect our character, and character is emotional intelligence. How emotionally intelligent we are, how much do we, because obviously our emotions impact our behavior. So for example, if Zainab was walking around with a bit of a face on, her feelings, her emotions, that little bit of jealousy that she was experiencing was impacting the way that she treats her older sister. And all of us need to have a certain degree of emotional intelligence. We all need to know and understand ourselves. So we need to know ourselves in order for us to know Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So one of the first things that I work with all of my clients is to help them on their emotional intelligence, to make them shed some light on what's happening inside of them. So for example, if you're experiencing some form of fear, and yet you say that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is my protector, and you're reciting the Ayatul Kursi, yet you're still double checking if your mom and dad are still awake whilst you're going to sleep, or you may be putting the light on, to go to sleep, then we might be saying that we believe that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is our protector, but in our heart we have fear. That's the emotion that we're harboring, and that emotion links us to a thought which says that I'm not protected, I'm not safe. So really somewhere deep down at the subconscious level, we don't really believe that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is our protector. And if I'm feeling a sense of jealousy, I'm feeling that the other person has something that I want and I can't get that. So I'm feeling that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, who is the Razik and the one that can give to whomever He wills, I don't truly believe that He is the Razik. He's the one that can give and bless to whomever He wills. So we need to have a certain degree of emotional intelligence, and we need to work on that because it's part of our religion. Yeah. I see in our society, and because I work with clients and I work with a lot of people from the community, we invest hundreds and thousands of pounds on developing our IQ, our intelligence, how book smart we are. Yeah. So we invest hundreds and thousands of pounds into our children to become book smart. I work with children who might be very, very academically intelligent, but they have no emotional intelligence, which is why then they struggle in life, they struggle in relationships, they struggle to overcome challenges. They get so thrown back by what life is throwing at them that they want to go to the complete other extreme. And the little children here, so I'm not going to tell you about the extremes that they want to go to, but they're going on to the other extreme because they don't have the emotional intelligence. They haven't built that up. So just like we have to build our IQ, we have to also build our emotional intelligence. We have to build our resilience. We have to learn to overcome challenges. We have to learn to change our perspective. We have to learn to like people walk around and they carry so much resentment inside them. Resentment is that somewhere they're not really forgiving somebody, someone, or a situation that happened in their life. And they walk around with this, harboring this inside their hearts for decades. Believe me, you harbor any emotion that's a lower emotion, such as anger, frustration, envy, greed, jealousy, resentment. You harbor that long enough in your body and your body will start to die. It will start to show off disease. Okay, that's not me saying it, that's science saying it. Because your emotions aren't just nothing, they're actually things. Yes, they're on a subtle level that we can't see them, but just like a brick is real, your emotions are real. So you know how sometimes you've been really stressed out, or you've been holding in your heart some anger towards someone. Yeah. But when you've released that anger, do you feel the difference in your body? Do you feel the load lifted off your shoulder? Yeah. Do you feel lighter? Because that's real. Those emotions that you're holding inside you are real. And they make you feel a certain way and they carry a certain weight. Okay? And I work with kids and I work with women and they're holding on to these negative emotions for years and years and years, and then it's showing a sign of weakness in their body. Okay? So it's really important that part of, we focus so much on our salah and going to Hajj and, reciting our tajweed properly, and we focus on the outer dimension of our religion, but we actually neglect the inner part of our deen, which is our thoughts and emotions. What are we hiding inside of us? And these are known as the diseases of the heart. We don't want to have two faces. We don't want to be hypocrites, saying something on our tongue, yes, we believe, but then being hypocrites and having something else in our heart. And one thing that is probably the most difficult and the one that we don't like doing is we don't like to self-diagnose. So I will never say to somebody, you're experiencing this emotion and you need to work on it. I'll say to them, what emotion is that you're experiencing? I won't say you're holding a lot of anger, resentment, jealousy in your heart. I'll say, what is it that you're feeling? Most of us don't like to self-diagnose. We don't like to look inwards because they don't like what they see. Okay? But this is muraqabah. Muraqabah is observance, and this is something that we need to do ourselves, and we need to do on a daily basis, and we need to do it here, right now, in this dunya, whilst we're in this physical body, because when we die, we will have to answer to that. And then there won't be any time of action and change. It's just going to be a time of reckoning. So we really need to work on our inner. And there might be things that we find really, really hard to let go of. And this is why you go, just like we go to a doctor for our physical ailments, this is why you go to a counselor and you go to a psychotherapist. there are people there to help you, and you should go and get that help so you can let go of those emotions that are not serving you. If you keep them in your body, you will have to answer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala on the day of judgment, and you will also suffer the consequences of them in this life because they will show up in your body. They are linked. Yeah, so it's a bit of a heavy topic and a lesson that I learned from my daughter about how we just need to be open and say, you know what, I'm feeling a lot of anger towards this person. I'm feeling a lot of resentment towards this person. Once you acknowledge that, you can work on it. But if you don't even acknowledge it, it's like even if you don't label it, then how can you work on something? So you need to be brave enough and say, you know what, hands up, I actually harbor this emotion in my heart. I don't know how to let go of it. I need help letting go of it. But you go and speak to someone, not somebody who's going to fuel that and say, yeah, you're absolutely right for having that, but somebody who's going to actually help you work through that emotion. So inshallah, I hope you benefited from this reminder. Any benefit is truly from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant us the tawfiq to go and work on ourselves, to look inside our hearts and work on the spiritual diseases. We all have them. Nobody is immune from them. You might think you get to a certain point in your life where you think, yeah, you know what, I've detached from the world, I really don't hold anything in my heart, and then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will put another test in your life. So this is a journey of purification. Tazkiyatun nafs, purification of the self, is a journey, is a lifetime journey, right till the moment that we die. Yeah, we're all in it. We're all in the same boat. Yeah, some of us might have never done that inner work, that decluttering. So we might have years and years. Like if you didn't clean your house, you'll have lots and lots of dirt. Yeah, lots of stuff that needs throwing out and decluttering. Yeah. And some of us might be doing it more constantly and consistently, so we have less baggage. But all of us have baggage, and all of us need to deal with that emotional and mental baggage. It's part of our spiritual development and spiritual growth. So inshallah, I pray that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grants us all the tawfiq to take that inner journey inwards and purify ourselves, and so that we can return back to our Lord in a state of purity. So any benefit you've derived from this is purely from Him. Any mistakes are my own. Subhana rabbika rabbil izzati amma yasifun. Wa salamun ala al-mursalin walhamdulillahi rabbil alamin.